Well, we're going to do a little work on the 2004 Toyota Corolla, and it had to randomly, it wouldn't start. You wouldn't turn the key and nothing would happen. No, the lights and everything worked. It just wouldn't start. So finally, it got to a point where it completely failed. So then we could start doing some testing. I have the cover off where the fuses are at, suspecting it's a fuse. What I do is I got my meter set on ohms, and I have it set for speaker. You can hear the beep. So what I do is go around, check all the fuses, and I'm with you, and I already tested all of them. They all tested good. I'm not going to go show all those, but that's what I did for all those. And the other way you could do it is you could put it on volts, DC volts, and you could touch the ground and then one side, and you can check and see if there's no voltage on there, then it's working right. So I just put it on ohms. I have a good meter that I can do that with, and it won't really hurt it. So then looking at the cover, I'm looking at all the fuses. I don't see anything for a starter in there, but there is a relay right here called an M/G CLT. So we're going to pull that out. Now I have another donor car, so I pulled that same fuse out of the other one. So I'm going to pull this out. Carefully pull it out so you don't break it in case it's not bad. We're going to check the resistance of it, and I want you to be able to see. There we go. Got it over there so we can see what's going on. Now I'm going to take these two are the control. These are the two that switch. So we're going to put one lead on the one side, and without touching the other lead with your finger, we have bouncing around 215 ohms. Now let's check the one that was working out of the other car, and we have 170 ohms. So I suspected that is the problem, and before I pulled this out, I checked it wouldn't start. I pulled it out, I put this one in, it started up, put the other one back in, it started up, but it could be just the connections in there. So you get all pushed in there tight, because sometimes I'll get a little oxidation in there and then it won't work. Let's see if it starts up now. And it starts. So it's either the fact that this relay has a little bit too much resistance on it, which it can affect your circuit that way. So we'll try it now and see if it still has that problem before we go too far with it. We're going to make sure it works, but that's kind of a good sign that it did get something going here anyway. So the way these come off, there's little pins in the back. I don't know if you can. So let's show the couple little hooks there, and on the back there's a couple corresponding little tabs, and then this end just slides in and snaps in, and it's there. I noticed on a donor car there was more fuses in the other one, like some fog lights and stuff. This one don't even have the connectors in there, so the other car had a few more features in it. So that's kind of where we're at now. Hopefully this works. We'll start driving it a little bit and see. And at least it did start up. I had this connector off here earlier. It didn't want to work. I was like, oh, I better check the connector. It still had the connector on there. It was disconnected. So anyway, I think that might take care of the problem. I'm hoping it does, because there is a difference in resistance on that. So that was a quick, easy fix. If that's it, you have to remember, if all of a sudden it doesn't work, check that relay in there. And it has a problem with once in a while and not starting. So we're thinking it might be the neutral safety switch. Well, the other 2004 I hit a deer with, I'm going to show you where it's at on here. I've got it all torn apart. Turn the camera around. You can see it was all crunched up. There's the hood I've taken off. I cut some of this away to get down to it. But it's on the transmission right here in the front. And there's this connector got to take off of there. And on this old one, this bolt here twisted off. There's a little washer on there. But that is the neutral safety switch. And if we can get in here a little bit closer, you can see that little arm right there tells you where it's at. So I'm thinking on the other one it might be in bad enough shape that it's not going to, it's not telling us right.